Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says his government has fulfilled promise made to farmers of raising MSP of Kharif food grains. India takes over as head of Asia-Pacific region of the World Customs Organization for a period of 2 years. BrahMos supersonic missiles successfully test-fired from integrated test range at Chandipur in Odisha. US President Donald Trump and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin to meet for their first ever one-on-one summit in Finland today. And in boxing, India bagged 7 gold medals to finish at the top of the Vojvodina Youth Tournament in Serbia. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today exhorted that only NDA government could fulfill the promise of raising the minimum support price MSP of Kharif food grains made to farmers. Addressing a farmers' rally at Medinipur town in West Bengal, Mr. Modi said his government has taken the historic decision of raising MSP rates by 1.5 times.
हमारी सरकार ने एक ऐसा फैसला लिया है जो पश्चिम बंगाल के किसानों के जीवन में भी एक बहुत बड़ी नई ताकत देने वाला है। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनने के बाद आज लागत का 1.5 गुना किसानों को एमएसपी देने का निर्णय आज हमारी सरकार ने कर लिया। समर्थन मूल्य में लगभग 1100 रुपये क्विंटल लागत के ऊपर मक्के का समर्थन मूल्य 1700 रुपये कर दिया गया है।
The Prime Minister also said the farmers have played a huge role in the development of the country. He said the nation is going through a big phase of change and over 125 crore Indians are tirelessly working towards making a new India.
125 करोड़ भारतीय न्यू इंडिया का संकल्प लेकर के उसको साकार करने के लिए आज देश के लिए देश का नौजवान हो, देश का किसान हो, महिलाएं हो, गरीब हो, दलित हो, पीड़ित हो, शोषित हो, आदिवासी हो, वंचित हो, ये हर कोई अपने तरीके से देश को आगे ले जाने के लिए नई नई संभावनाओं को तराशने के लिए आज देश की प्रगति के लिए जुटे हुए हैं.
Mr. Modi said the soul of the country lies in farmers and villages. He said no society can move forward if the farmers are neglected and villages are underdeveloped. Mr. Modi said his government is working to double the farmers' income by 2022.
2022 किसान की आय 2 गुना करने के संकल्प के साथ हम काम कर रहे हैं और किसान की आय 2 गुना करने के इरादे से चाहे मछली पालन हो, चाहे मुर्गी पालन हो, चाहे मधुमक्खी का पालन हो, चाहे खेत के किनारे पर बांस की खेती को प्रमोट किया जाए, एक प्रकार से किसान की आय पशुपालन से लेकर के मधुमक्खी तक इन और चीजों को जोड़ करके किसान की आय 2 गुना करने का संकल्प के साथ आज हम काम कर रहे हैं.
Meanwhile, during the rally, a makeshift tent collapsed, injuring several people. According to news agency PTI, Mr. Modi visited the hospital to meet the injured. BJP today alleged that the Congress party has done a lot of harm to the country by appeasement politics. Union Minister Prakash Javadekar said this while briefing media in New Delhi.
राहुल जी चुप क्यों हैं? उनके अल्पसंख्यक मोर्चा के अध्यक्ष उनका ये बयान है. इस बयान में उन्होंने साफ लिखा है कि ना राहुल जी ने कोई गलत कहा है, बिल्कुल सही कहा है कि कांग्रेस मुसलमानों की पार्टी है और ना पेपर ने गलत छापा है. इतना स्पष्ट उल्लेख करने के बाद और इसलिए कांग्रेस का नकारना एक महज पाखंड है.
India today took over as the head of the Asia-Pacific region of the World Customs Organization WCO. Minister of State for Finance Shiv Pratap Shukla was the chief guest of the event organized in New Delhi to mark India's assumption as vice chair for a period of 2 years. The minister said India is proud to represent the region. Terming it as a huge responsibility, he said the nation is thankful to WCO for showing faith. Mr. Shukla assured that India will work firmly to represent the region in the WCO. Delegates from 33 countries of Asia-Pacific region and customs officers from different ports in India are participating in the day-long event. WCO represents 182 customs administrations across the world that collectively process approximately 98% of the world trade. India's indigenously developed surface-to-surface supersonic cruise missile BrahMos was successfully test-fired this morning from the Chandipur test range off the Odisha coast. The test was conducted at 10:18 a.m. in order to increase the longevity of the missile's life. The missile, being developed with the help of Russia, has an efficiency to hit the target from a distance of 290 kilometers. Now the test is going on to increase the distance up to 400 kilometers. Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi has said the NDA government at the centre is working with a commitment to inclusive growth and has ensured development of all sections of society. He was addressing National Conference of Principal Secretaries, Secretaries of States and Union Territories dealing with minority affairs in New Delhi this morning. Mr. Naqvi said the government believes in empowerment with dignity, and in the last 4 years a big change has come in the lives of people through various initiatives of the centre. In Jammu and Kashmir, an armed terrorist was killed in an encounter with security forces along the line of control in Kupwara district today. Official sources said the gunfight broke out near Safawali Gully, Bhatpora forest after a joint search party of the army intercepted the movement of a group of terrorists in the wee hours. 2 soldiers were also injured in the gunfight. Kashmiri separatist Asiya Andrabi was today sent to a 1-month judicial custody by Delhi court in connection with a case of allegedly waging war against the country with support from Pakistan. Andrabi, who is the chief of the banned outfit Duktaran-e-Millat, was produced before the court along with her 2 women associates after the expiry of the 10-day NIA custody. The inflation based on wholesale prices shot up 5.77% in June on increasing prices of vegetables and fuel items. The WPI inflation stood at 4.43% in May and 0.90% in June last year. According to the official data released today, inflation in food articles stood at 1.80% in June as against 1.60% in the preceding month. Inflation in vegetables jumped to 8.12% from 2.51%. The central government's mission Indradhanush is reaching out to far-flung areas of Meghalaya and bringing about a positive change in the lives of children and pregnant women. The mission aims to vaccinate each and every child under 2 years of age and all pregnant women who have not been covered under the routine immunization program. The goal of the mission is to ensure full immunization to more than 90% of the country by December this year. Meghalaya has the second highest infant mortality rate of 47% in the northeast after Assam, and the scheme is yielding positive results. Here's a ground report from a Shillong correspondent.
In Meghalaya, more than 10,000 children were covered during the 4th round of an intensified version of Mission Indradhanush. One of the beneficiary, Mati Marak from Asnang village, said this scheme is very helpful for the poor pupil as the children and mother are vaccinated at free of cost.
After getting information about Mission Indradhanush, I told my family about it. Now my pregnant wife and child have been vaccinated. This mission is very helpful to the poor people like us. I am thankful to the government for starting such initiatives.
The mother of 1-year-old daughter Salitha Momin from Daldegre village, district Tura, appreciated the efforts of government.
I came to know about Mission Indradhanush from a doctor at our primary health care. An Asha worker explained to me the benefits of the mission. I believe that my daughter as well as other children are more healthy and disease-free after getting vaccinated.
To achieve complete immunization coverage, Meghalaya government is also taking help of NGOs and Nehru Yuva Kendra to create awareness among the people living in remote areas. Samir Verma for AIR News, Shillong.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. US President Donald Trump and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin will meet in Finland capital Helsinki today for the first ever one-on-one summit. US National Security Advisor John Bolton said both sides have agreed that the meeting will have no set agenda. The two leaders expected to discuss the conflicts in Syria and Ukraine, as well as Russia's alleged meddling in the US election and Western sanctions. They are also likely to discuss possible extension of a bilateral nuclear arms reduction deal known as the New START Treaty. Ahead of the meeting, Mr. Trump said he had low expectations from the summit. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said he would regard the summit as a success if there was an agreement to merely reopen severed lines of communications across the board. Jailed former Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, his daughter Maryam and son-in-law Muhammad Safdar today filed appeals in the Islamabad High Court against the conviction by the Accountability Court in Evanfield reference. The appeal states that the sentences may be suspended and they be released on bail till the final decision of the court. It has been pleaded in the application that the cases may be referred to a separate court because the concerned judge cannot hear another case against the same accused after giving a judgment in the Evanfield reference. China's economic growth has slowed slightly in the second quarter as it is facing a snowballing trade fight with the United States. The world's second biggest economy expanded 6.7% in the April-June quarter, down from 6.8% in the first quarter. Despite the quarterly deceleration, growth was still higher than the annual target of around 6.5% set by the Chinese government. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said Russian and other security services thwarted nearly 25 million cyber attacks linked to the World Cup. Speaking at a meeting with the representatives of 55 intelligence units from 34 countries who worked on securing the tournament, Mr. Putin said about 25 million cyber attacks and other criminal influences on Russia's information infrastructure linked in one way or another to the FIFA World Cup were foiled during the tournament. And now news from the FIFA World Cup, which concluded last night with France lifting the trophy for the second time.
It was an atmosphere of delirium at the Champs-Élysées in Paris last night after France were crowned the new world champions of football following their 4-2 win over first-time finalists Croatia. Tens of thousands of supporters wrapped in red, white and blue flags gathered at the Avenue in central Paris, singing the French national anthem and cheering for the nation which has finally become a football superpower. As the night fell, the Eiffel Tower flashed 1998 to 2018 to mark France's 2 World Cup titles. While there were celebrations across the country, some wearing ski masks broke into the popular drugstore in Paris and left with bottles of wine and champagne. Some even threw bottles and chairs at police forces who responded with tear gas. French President Emmanuel Macron will hold a reception ceremony for the team at his official residence today. Over in Croatia, thousands wearing the traditional checks, including Prime Minister Andrej Plenković, poured in the Banja Luka Square in Zagreb. Despite the defeat, there were celebrations as the nation of 4.5 million believed that their football future is all but secure. A parade in the honor of the players, led by Golden Ball winner Luka Modric, has been planned for today, with an open-top bus transporting them from the airport. Companies have been asked to relieve employees of their duties so that they can greet the team. Although France won and Croatia lost, both ended as winners in every sense of the word. Sabi Hassan Khan, AIR News.
Indian boxers ruled the ring at the Golden Globe of Vojvodina Youth Tournament at Subotica in Serbia, ending with a whopping 7 gold medals to claim the overall top spot. India claimed the numero uno position with 17 medals, 7 gold, 6 silver and 4 bronze. The gold medal winners were Aman, Akash Kumar, S. Barun Singh, Vijaydeep, Neetu, Divya Pawar and Lalita. India bagged 9 medals, 4 silver and 5 bronze in the 7th World Junior Wushu Championship held in Brasilia, Brazil. Bablu, Salim, Savita and Rohit won silver medals in the Sanshu discipline. Former off-spinner Ramesh Pawar has been appointed as the interim coach of the Indian women's team until the BCCI finds a suitable replacement for Tushar Arothe. Pawar will oversee the women's team camp, which begins in Bangalore from the 25th of this month. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says his government has fulfilled promise made to farmers of raising MSP of kharif food grains. India takes over as the head of the Asia-Pacific region of the World Customs Organization for a period of 2 years. BrahMos supersonic missiles successfully test-fired from the integrated test range at Chandipur in Odisha. US President Donald Trump and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin to meet for the first ever one-on-one summit in Finland today. And in boxing, India bagged 7 gold medals to finish at the top of the Vojvodina Youth Tournament in Serbia. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. And with that, we end the Midday News.